Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to talk about shallow cranking. Now I get asked daily about this subject. You guys know I love tossing a square bill, one of my favorite ways to catch them. I'm kind of excited to make the video. I had an excellent day shallow cranking last week, caught over 20 bass. My biggest was a hair over 3 pounds. I'll go ahead and post that picture right now. I caught a 2.5, caught a bunch of 2s, and a few jokers, but all in all, it was an excellent day for the lake that I was fishing. Water temps were anywhere from 89 to 92, so it was a hot day. Could have been a tough day fishing. We had a front coming in though, and it was just an excellent day on the water. But I actually made a video like 2-3 years ago on this subject, and it was on the water footage showing you guys how to work the bait and all that. So if you guys haven't checked that video out, definitely check it out. I'll put it down in the description as well. But we'll just kind of go over all the points that I mentioned in that video, see if we can shed a little more light on the subject. But the key to fishing a square bill or really any crankbait is deflection. And this is what deflection looks like right here, guys. KVD 1.5, you can see that bait is trashed. That's just a few days of fishing. But if your bait looks like that, you're fishing it right. You got to make the bait deflect to get bit. All these companies want to claim that their bait has that hunting action. If you just take a square bill, you throw it out in open water, it doesn't veer off much from one side to the other. You got to make it deflect to give it that hunting action. And say you're cruising the bank, you got a little gravel stretch, then you got some chunk rock. Through the gravel, it's not going to do a whole lot, but once you come up to that chunk rock and it starts really deflecting, when it really deflects off to the side, you'll notice your line is going to keep on going, because that's when it gets hit. Deflection is the key to getting bit on a crankbait. And like I said, whether you're fishing 2 foot of water or 20 foot of water with like a BD7, you want to hit bottom. You want to make the bait deflect off something, like I said, either rock, lay down, stumps, whatever. Make them deflect and you'll get more bites. Another key for me fishing the other day was let my spot cool down a little bit. And I wish I would have recorded that day, but I don't fish a huge lake, guys. It's only like 550 acres. There's more and more guys fishing it each day. And I wasn't fishing the obvious spots, so I really don't want to give up my spots, with a video. So most likely I wouldn't even post it anyways. But I know that kind of sounds like stupid and ignorant and all that, but like I said, it's just not a big lake. So the few spots that I find, I kind of like to keep to myself. But like I said, it was key letting those spots cool down though. I pulled up to one spot, caught 3 in a row, and the bite died off a little bit. I could have put on a silent crankbait, try and pick off a few more. But I just had more confidence in the rattling one in muddy water. So like I said, I picked off a few there. I moved to another spot, picked off a few, went back there like an hour later, caught a few more. So letting the spot cool down was key for me. Now color is another thing you need to pay attention to. And I'll put a couple pictures up on the screen right now. Okay, you'll notice the one fish just had the back hook. Now if you're getting bit like that all day long, then you need to change up something. Either change up the color, your retrieve, something is not right. They're hitting the bait, but they don't want it like they did, like that fish did in the other picture. When they're choking it, you're on the right color. I only had a few that day that got that back hook, but majority of those fish, they all choked it, so I knew I was on the right color. But always pay attention to the color and how they're hitting the bait. And no matter if they're just getting that back hook or they're choking it, having the right rod is critical as well to crankbait fishing. I was using the Okuma TCS, the Crankbait Jerkbait Rod. Model number, if you guys are curious, I'll put this down in the description as well, is TCS-C-701M+. Okay, it's a medium plus, not quite a medium, or it's not a medium power, not quite a medium heavy, kind of in the middle. But having the right rod is key to landing fish with crankbaits. And I am really impressed with the performance of this rod. Like I said, it's got that softer action to it. It's a crankbait rod. And, it's key to getting those fish that just get that back hook into the boat. A softer rod like this one here, it's better for fighting the fish. And, if fish were to jump and the rod unload, it doesn't put that much pressure back on the hooks to load back up. So having an actual crankbait rod is key to landing more fish, with crankbaits. You can use a faster action rod, but most likely if I had a faster tip on this rod, on those fish that just had that back hook, most likely I would have ripped that hook out and lost those fish. So, this type of rod will help them get the bait better like the one that choked it, but it'll also help you land those fish that just get that back hook. So having the right rod is key to crankbait fishing. And something else you want to pay attention to, you know, I get asked again daily about guys backlashing so much, and I got a bunch of videos on that as well. But having the right rod, again, is critical for whatever lure weight. You know, like this one here, the TCS is rated 3/8 to 3/4. Now, I've mentioned this before too. With this rod, this is the furthest that I've ever been able to throw the Bomber Square A. It's a 3/8 ounce lure. This is rated 3/8 to 3/4. Okay, you know, if that bait was, let's say, 3/16, you know, it would have given me nothing but problems all day. I'm sure it had been backlash after backlash, and I'm sure that's what you guys don't think of. When you think of a backlash, right away you're going to your line or you're going to your reel. You don't even think about the rod, but the rod is just as important. So like I'm saying, if I had a 3/16 or a 1/4 on this rod, okay, it's not enough weight to load the rod on the back cast. So most likely that rod or that lure would have came forward and nosedived like 20 foot in front of you. I'm sure that's happened to many of you guys before. If that's the case, you don't have enough weight to load the rod. You know, so pay attention to the weight specs on your rods. I got cranking rods that are medium heavies. They're a little stiffer than this rod, but they're rated 1/4 to 3/4, so they can actually handle a lighter lure, and they don't throw that Bomber Square A half as good as this TCS does here. Like I said, really impressed with the performance of the TCS jerkbait crankbait rod. By far my favorite crankbait rod that I own, so really impressed with this rod here. I was using the Tatula, my 6.6 TCS reel. I had that on my spinnerbait rod, so I just used the Tatula that day. 15-pound Seaguar VizX, and even with 15-pound line, I was still able to launch that bait, so pretty cool deal. Guys, I believe I covered everything that you guys have asked. You know, if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys like what you see, say this is your first video that you've seen of mine, you know, if you like it, definitely hit that like button. All you other guys out there, you know, that have been watching my videos for a while, support me and all that, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Seeing all those likes kind of motivates me to make more videos, but like I said, if you're new to the channel, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. You know, always stay tuned for more. I try and put videos out every Tuesday and Thursday, so keep a lookout for those. Thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up if you liked the video, and we'll talk to you soon.